when my gym was closing, they transferred all of us to another location. You got to make use with what you have. Otherwise, you'll never go, you'll never work out if you make excuses for why you can't go or whatever. So I changed gyms probably. I went to probably 3 or 4 different gyms trying to find a new home. And I have a new home gym. I'm at Busybodies. They have a lot of locations. This is one. They have 2 others in Boca, which I like to go to different gyms now. That's like my thing. Yeah, so I'm here now. I also go to another gym on the weekends. I go to the zoo. But this is like my home-based gym. I competed in the junior U.S.As in South Carolina, Charleston, Charlotte, whatever one's in South Carolina. I competed there this past May in women's physique. I won my class. I was class B in the women's physique. So I won my class, and I actually won overall for all the women's physique, which was a total shock. That was so amazing. I was not expecting to win overall, but it was a blessing, and I was super excited. So couldn't have asked for a better outcome. I was super freaked out backstage because my coach wasn't backstage at that show. And everything was just like moving so fast. Like our group was up before I knew it. Like I hadn't even pumped up, and I hadn't pre-carved yet or anything. So I was freaking out. Like my phone's dying. I'm trying to text my coach. Nobody's responding. It was a big freak out, but I guess the freak out was worth it because I won. There were a lot of really good looking girls there. So I just wanted to make sure I brought my best when I walked out there. And as soon as I walked out there, I was just smiling, ear to ear, just so excited. It was a really big show. There was a lot of people in the crowd. So, once you step out there, it's like you magically transform into this new being out there. It's crazy, but it's cool. I couldn't believe it. I said, I stood there in shock, but I literally stood there for a minute. I was like, no way, no, it was me. I do remember that part, but yeah, it took me a minute to realize it was me before I turned to walk over and grab my new trophies. But that was an amazing feeling too. So I can't wait to try to do that again. The realization that I, had won and I was a pro, and everything I've been working hard for and praying for and dreaming about and, crying for and all that it had happened. The only things I would say different is wanting it even more now. You're at the next level. It's like winning a show doesn't make anything easier. It just makes it that much harder because you have to keep improving now, and that everybody's won a show. Everybody has a pro card. Everybody has had the best physique before. Well, not everybody, but, there's always at least 2, 3, 4 other people that have won overall, trophies at shows before. You're not just the only good looking person anymore. So it's definitely a new challenge for sure, which is why I do this, to continue challenging myself and continue pushing myself and see how far I can, challenge myself every day, because you have to keep improving. That is what I'm working on now, is fine tuning. I was supposed to do a show in December, but that show got canceled. They canceled the portion for the pros, so there'll be no December show. So I'll be waiting until 2017, which will be good because I'll have my card for a whole year as opposed to 30 days since you have to, renew every year. So I'm excited for next year and expecting the best, just like this last year. My training has changed. So most people that know me know I typically have been training by myself since I started. I mean, when I'm not training with my coach, that is, which I only train with him once a week. But I've changed everything as of right now. I used to have a complete split for every day. I was doing something different. Now, we're doing a lot of supersets, definitely, for sure. A lot of supersets, a lot of, compound days. So that's definitely helped. We've been doing this for about 2 months. I have a training partner now, which I think is another important thing, especially going into the new year, trying to bring in a new physique. It's easy to get distracted while you're working out and people talking, and that's fine. Like, it's cool to talk, but you're here to work first. It's just like going to your real job. You don't go to your real job and sit down and then just start talking to the person in the cubicle next to you or at the POS station next to you, whoever. You know, you come to work and then you can talk later. So it's nice having somebody to keep you focused and keep you, hey, let's go. You know, you're slowing down, we're in the middle, let's keep it moving. So that's always important. So I like that too. So I think that's going to be something else that also helps me coming in to this new year. So just small little tweaks and changes is what is going to help me. I just want to be able to do this full time, you know. I wouldn't mind doing shows all the time. It's what I like to do, you know. When I'm in the down off season, I'm just like, oh man, I'm watching everybody else compete. You kind of just like, you almost feel like a bench warmer, you know, like you're on the team but you don't get to play right now, like so but you know, off season is good. You do need off season, and you know, you got to let your body like chill out. You have early mornings all the time when you're on prep, so it's like you're up early, you go to sleep late. So you know, I'm excited for that side to see where I will get to go with this, because I know I'm going somewhere and it takes time. So I'm just like focused on trying to be patient and, you know, do what I'm supposed to do in the downtime. What do I get out of the sport? I get fulfillment and knowing that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Like, you can achieve whatever you want to do. And, you know, I know I've said previously, like, I've never been committed to anything as much as I've been committed to the sport. So just the joy and the passion that it brings to me is what keeps me coming in here 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning and going to work and coming right back after work, you know, sweaty because I work outside, you know, 8 hours in the dead Florida heat, you know, straight to the gym to come, you know, train for 2-3 hours, however long I end up being in here, because games have no time, you know. I could sleep if they'd let me sleep here. I would. Just give me a key, I'll lock everybody out. I don't mind motivating other people to get involved in bodybuilding. I think it's a great sport, and I think it's great to get involved in. A lot of people I see or meet, they'll be like, oh, I could never be that dedicated, or I could never do that. And I'm pretty sure I used to say that, like, when I first started. And then, like, one day, I want to do that. Like, so don't knock it till you try it, because you never know where you're going to end up. I've grown. A lot about me has changed. Like, I think maybe having to spend some time alone with yourself, because you end up spending a lot of time alone, because your friends are out. They're out, you know, hanging out with each other, out, you know, going to dinner. A lot of the time I'm food prepping. I can't go out to eat, and I don't always want to be that girl showing up at a restaurant with Tupperwares. I've done it. I do it in case of emergency, you know, like close friends, birthdays, stuff like that. I will go out with my food. Other than a physique, it's brought out respect for myself that I did not have before. It's easy to walk around and pretend like you're this hard person, and I'm not saying I'm a hard person, but like, to prove to yourself that, you know, you have worth and that you can do something, anything, you know, has brought out a fire that I knew I had but couldn't find, I guess. So it's definitely brought that side of me out, which I think has done a lot of good. I'm a lot more understanding of people, and I think that's because I know what it's like to go from not caring or really trying to actually trying. So it kind of makes you a little more sympathetic, I think, which has always been a challenge. Always been a challenge for me. But I'm better, and I'm continuing to get better and growing every day. Everything's amazing, and it will only get better.